Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Outlifting Lounge. And Derek,
And I'm Alan. This is the show all about pride, fitness, and everything in between.
the format of today's show is a little bit different. It is our first birthday. Yay.
Woohoo!
Outlifting has turned 1 and we are just going to have a little bit of a chat today. Nice and quick, nice and casual, and then we'll get back to our regular programming next week. So Alan, big birthday, eh?
1 year old.
I quite like that. I quite like being back in single-digit birthdays again.
It's been a long time since that's happened.
It makes me feel youthful.
Yeah, I can't believe we're a year old. Like, it's crazy. The years went very quick. And I know everybody says that, when it's like, oh my God, it's Christmas again and all the rest of it. But this year actually has flown by.
Yeah, it's been a very quick year. So for anybody who is tuning in and doesn't know what Outlifting is our business that we set up a year ago. It's our baby.
Well, don't tell Haggis that. He'll have a freak out. That's our dog, by the way, in case anyone doesn't know. We don't have a pet Haggis.
No, Haggis is our baby really, but yeah, if he found out that the business was also a baby, he would get very jealous.
Listen, this business keeps Haggis in the life he's accustomed to, so I think he'll be fine with it.
Yeah, Haggis is a dinkwad dog and he likes it that way, doesn't he?
Do you maybe want to explain what that
Oh
is?
God, we're having to give all the definitions today. Dinkwad is double income, no kids with a dog.
Double daddy income.
Double income, yeah. So he likes it that way. But yeah, the business is our baby. We love doing it. We have had a great year. We have worked with some really amazing guys. And at the minute, we have got quite a lot of guys on the books as our clients, and Outlifting is going from strength to strength. So
Yeah.
we thought we would take some time out just to celebrate how far we've come. Outlifting has been running for a year now. It is an online personal training, nutrition coaching, and accountability support service for gay, bi, and trans men.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up what we do, and we absolutely love it. Like you said earlier on, it's our little baby. It's gone from strength to strength, and yeah, it's good that we're celebrating a year. Let's see where we'll be next year when we're celebrating 2 years. It's so exciting.
We very much set up the business with a vision and we wanted to make a difference. We loved fitness. We loved teaching our fitness classes when we lived in Glasgow. Then we moved to Spain and we live here now. But it really is our mission to get as many gay, bi, and trans guys fit and healthy as we possibly can. It's something that we live for. We love doing. And I think that has really helped the business journey over the year because when you love what you do, and I know it sounds really cliched, but when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, my favourite day is Monday when I do client check-ins because I get to hear all the success stories from the week before, and it's a lot of the clients that we have now that are a few weeks and even months into their journey, and they're all starting to get it and they're seeing the results, and that's what really spurs us on because it's really good job satisfaction. And we're celebrating obviously Outlifting being a year old, but we're also celebrating a client, Fraser, who is actually leaving us, but we're celebrating that because to us it means that he's got it, he's graduated essentially. He's got all the fitness knowledge he needs. He's got all the nutrition knowledge he needs, and he feels confident enough to go it alone. And he put a post up during the week about his journey from before he met us to where he is now. And he's just a completely different guy. We're so proud of him. He's done absolutely brilliantly.
Fraser has been with us right from the start. So some guys will come on and work with us for 3 months. Some will stay a little longer. Some will just kind of keep going because they have goals that change. So some people will come with some short-term goals. They need like maybe a little kickstart for their fitness. And after 3 months, they think, no, that's a good start. I can continue myself. Other people will set new goals consistently. So they achieve what they want to achieve and they think, what's next? And we help them with that. And it's great to see that Fraser has got to the point now where he is looking ahead to see what's next. And I think it's quite brave for him to take the step that he's taking because you can get so used to something, it almost becomes like a crutch. And he is making the move away from our service. He's graduating, as you say, before we become a crutch for him because he knows he can do it himself. We have drilled it into him that he can do it by himself now. He knows what he's doing. And I feel it's almost like that proud parent feeling. And that's not to diminish Fraser at all. Like Fraser's an adult, he's very accomplished, he's brilliant, and I'm really excited to see what he does. But yeah, it's like almost like a proud parent moment.
Yeah, it's like we're letting him loose into the big bad world, isn't it? You know, although he's leaving us, he isn't really because he still has access to all his workout history and our app. He is still part of our workshop that we did a couple of weeks ago. So he's still working on resolutions that he has for 2026. And um yeah, I'm super excited to see where it goes next.
Some people who are tuning in might know who Fraser is because they might have seen the post on Instagram. But I think for anybody who doesn't, what we'll do, so for anybody who's watching the video version of this on YouTube, we'll put some photographs up just to show how incredible Fraser's progress really is. Because I think you need to look at the before, during, and after photos to really appreciate how amazing his journey and transition has been. So I'll put some of those up. Anybody that's listening in on an audio format, I'll put a link to the Instagram post in our show notes as well so that they can click through and look at this because it really is an incredible transformation he's been through. And the photos only tell half of the story as well because I think for me, knowing Fraser as I have for so long now, the biggest transformation for him has been his mindset and his confidence. I mean, he just seems absolutely unstoppable now.
Yeah, his mindset has been the biggest change. And even the other day, he put a post up on Instagram. He'd bought a new jacket, and I messaged him saying, "What size is your jacket?" He's like, "It's a medium." You know, he is the lightest he's ever been since he was 13 years old, which is just absolutely crazy. But the fact that he now sees himself as a different person, because for a while, like a lot of people that go through that kind of transformation, they see themselves as the person they were, before they started or a couple of years ago or whatever it might have been. And he held on to that for a little while, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. But now he sees himself as the person he is today, and that is just unbelievable.
That mental shift and that mental change is such an incremental process, but it's so important. And I think that's what worries me a little bit about the current surge in people taking GLPs like Monjaro and Ozempic because it's amazing that people are getting results from these drugs and they are able to get incredible weight loss and it's helping them. What does concern me a little bit as well is that perhaps the mindset and mental shift hasn't happened in tandem with that, like we've witnessed with Fraser and so many other people. So yeah, watching that shift in Fraser to really come into himself and appreciate who he is now and to grow into that person is just incredible.
Yeah, so Fraser is obviously just one of the guys that we work with, so we're super excited to see how he progresses over the next few months, but also everyone else that's in the team is as well. We've got a lot of incredible guys going through incredible journeys. So yeah, the next few months are going to be super exciting.
Actually, just before we move on from talking about the business, I'm going to fit in a cheeky little plug because it is our first birthday. We are doing a special offer for you. So if you think that you might benefit from our services, perhaps if you had some really amazing New Year's resolutions to get super fit or to achieve some specific fitness, nutrition goals, whatever they are, and perhaps you are not realizing them just yet and you're feeling a little bit frustrated, you can come and work with us. So we have got a special offer for our birthday. We are bringing back our Black Friday offer for a very limited time. So between now and the end of January 2026, we are giving 30% off our regular coaching price. It's a really good deal. And you can lock it in now by booking in for a no obligation free video consultation chat with us. To do that, you can click the link in the show notes to book a discovery call at any time that suits you. You can meet with us, have a chat, and see if our service suits you. Like we say, it's absolutely no obligation. We're not going to give you the hard sale, but we will have a chat with you about your goals and explain to you how we can help. So if you want to take part in that, if you want that special offer, lock it in now and book your discovery call. So, Alan, 13 episodes down. for the podcast as well. That's pretty big as well, because the podcast isn't something that we envisage doing right from the start.
I know. Episode 13. Unlucky for some.
Well, do you know what? Bit of trivia there, because I found out this week, obviously we live in Spain now, and I found out this week that Friday the 13th is not an unlucky date here.
No, it's Tuesday the 13th, which sounds really weird because we're just used to saying Friday the 13th. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah. So Tuesday, which we had this week, it was Tuesday the 13th, which was how we found out. So yeah, there's a little bit of interesting trivia for anybody listening in.
Interesting, inverted commas.
I found it interesting.
Okay,
So
fair enough.
that's okay. I'll tell you who has definitely been unlucky this week.
The Faithfuls and Traitors.
Oh, you're telling me, are you? Yeah. So we probably should preface this with spoiler.
Spoiler.
Yeah, we are going to talk about what happened in the Traitors UK this week, which was episodes 7, 8, and 9.
I think so.
So if you have not watched those yet and need to catch up and don't want anything spoiled, maybe skip ahead.
I think what I want to mention is Stephen's face game. He has expressions for everything, and
Brilliant.
especially in the cabin when they were all being scared. That was hilarious.
Oh, let's actually go back. Let's do a quick recap. So the week started at the confessionals. So we had Matty thinks that he is going to be made a traitor.
He's hanging on to that for dear
For
life. It's like, tonight I'm going to be a traitor.
Oh,
It's like,
bless.
tonight, Matthew, I am going to be.
Oh, I know. He thinks he's got his plan all worked out. He's like a little kid waiting for Christmas.
I know.
Don't think it's coming.
And then Harriet with her barrister game.
Oh,
That was like, it was great telly, but you know that way I was watching it, like with my hands over my face, like I want to watch this, but I don't.
I don't think I've ever felt such a range of emotions than watching the first half of that episode, because Harriet, when she confronted Rachel in the confessional, it was pure TV gold. It was
Yeah.
amazing. And then at breakfast the next morning, like, I don't know what happened, but she went into that like serious barrister mode, really rude to Roxy.
Yeah, that was too much. Like, we get it, we get what you're trying to do,
She
but
was trying to set the cat amongst the pigeons.
yeah, no, she was making sure, because you told me earlier that apparently she has a book coming out next month.
Yeah.
So that's what she was doing, getting her airtime so she can promote her book.
Yeah, no hate to her. I mean,
No.
like, great if she's doing that, and it made for great telly. But yeah, but at the start of that episode, I was like, Harriet to win, and then by the round table, I was like,
No, get
get her out.
Yeah.
I was almost going and buying my own chalkboard and writing her name down in the house.
And then she was banished, but the reason she was is because she was pointing to Rachel to say she is a traitor. And then the next day, everyone just completely forgot about that for some reason.
I have a theory.
Go.
I think Rachel is part of Men in Black. I think she went around and just wiped everybody's memory. Like, what? It's like everybody has a hard reset every night and they just totally forget all of the evidence. Apart from Jesse.
I was going to say, Jesse's the one that's actually coming with real evidence and getting it right with who the traitors are.
So that does lead us. Episode 8 was the episode that Jesse really flipped back to Stephen and started going hard for him.
And then unfortunately she was murdered because of it. Murdered.
But not before that cabin challenge.
That was brilliant.
We loved the cabin challenge. Last year was brilliant because it was the dolls, the creepy dolls. And we got the Spurber.
The cabin challenges are actually iconic because everybody knows they're going to be mental.
I think I would say that cabin challenge was my favourite by far.
Yeah, like I said, Stephen's faces and those were just brilliant. And they were genuinely shitting themselves, weren't they? They were genuinely scared. That was a good one. So that's episode 7 and 8. And then Friday's episode 9, was another crazy one.
That Jack in the Box challenge was amazing. I think my favourite bit from the Jack in the Box challenge was when they got out of all of them got out of their boxes for the first time, and Stephen was rubbing his eyes as if to say, oh, the light's hurting my eyes because I definitely haven't got out of the box to go and do traitorous things.
Give that man a BAFTA.
So good. And I think it's easy watching it as viewers and say, how did they not catch that? But I suppose like you have to be there really.
Aye, exactly. Yeah, we're seeing it from everybody's point of view, aren't we? But if
Yeah.
you're actually in it, then you probably don't notice things like that.
It was so funny, like watching them creep out of the boxes though and try to be really, really quiet and then go over and whisper to each other as loud as anybody can whisper.
Rachel was so loud, like they're totally going to hear her. But I love the sound effects that they were putting on, as if like the boxes were like creaking as they were getting back in. That was good.
Yeah, very, very good telly. I have to say, high camp. Like the producers know exactly what they're doing. It's just like they could probably make it a bit camper. I mean, I think the American season they do that very well with because they've got a lot of celebrities on there who are quite camp anyway, and they've got Alan Cumming.
And his fabulous costumes.
Yes.
Spoiler, we've been watching the American series, so we'll talk about that in a few weeks once it's released on UK telly.
Yeah. So the UK version could probably be a little bit, they could dial up the camp a little bit more, but as it stands, it's probably one of the campest shows on telly, and I am here for that.
Yeah, this season's definitely high camp.
Especially Stephen's outfits.
Oh, his jumpsuit on Friday's episode, loved it. Absolutely brilliant.
It was something else altogether. It was brilliant. His fashion has been 10 out of 10. I love that jumper that he was wearing actually in the last episode. The red
And pink
stripe.
stripe.
Yeah, very, very nice. Something else from that episode at the round table. Like, how did Stephen manage to get not one single vote after Jesse had been killed? Jesse had been gunning for him and he got like practically zero heat whatsoever.
Because Rachel came in with a Men in Black memory wiper.
Yeah.
clearly. Like how, especially because Jesse was murdered, they thought, oh well, that's going to be too. No, they were worried that was going to be too obvious and pin it on Stephen, but everybody's just completely forgotten about it.
Yeah. And Rachel as well at the round table, she was like Obi-Wan Kenobi. She was like, Stephen is not the traitor you're looking for. Look at Ellie over there. And then that just switched it and Ellie was gone.
And Jade did very well handling herself at the round table on Friday's episode as well. She's been under a lot of heat since episode 1.
No, she has. She's had a rough ride on the show.
But it was nice to hear all their stories at the dinner party that they ended up having. That's always really, really nice because it's funny for the traitors and the other faithfuls to listen to people's stories as to why they're there. And then obviously they then need to either murder them or banish them.
And again, Jade, like her story is so sad. And for such a young woman, she really holds herself with such poise, dignity, so much maturity. And I hope as well, because like the Traitors fandom in the UK is becoming quite feral. I think I've noticed it this year more than other years where they are attacking, and it's usually women that they attack online. And I think Roxy and Jade are getting it really badly at the minute.
Okay.
And I hope that people can ease off a little bit after seeing that more human, real side of them, because everybody's got a story. Everybody's coming from something. You don't know
Yeah.
what people have been through
Exactly.
until they tell you. And I think now maybe that Jade has explained who she is and why she is the way she is, then maybe people might back off a little bit.
Yeah. And it's interesting that Stephen and Matthew's background are very similar, rural upbringing, very religious upbringing, both gay. So it was nice to hear their stories as
Yeah.
well.
And I think Stephen as well said that he was trying to pray the gay away for so long. And Matthew has come out and said that he had been the victim of attempted gay conversion therapy.
Yeah.
And it is quite it's important for these things to be shown on television because it's 2026. And I think there is this concept, not perhaps amongst the LGBT community, but there is this idea that the gays have got their rights. What more do they want? And it's like, no, this stuff is still happening.
Yeah.
There's still this torture of young gay people going on, especially in rural areas and in very religious families. There is this torture under the guise of conversion going on or praying for them. And yeah, so it's important for that to be public on such a big show, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was really good to see that. But then there was the twist with the dagger. What did they call it again?
The ceremonial dagger.
Ceremonial dagger. Yeah.
Because I think people wouldn't have understood what a skein do is.
Yeah. It's a very Scottish word.
Yeah. Maybe Claudia didn't want to ruin it by pronouncing it wrongly and then getting hate from everybody in Scotland.
Well, the episode when they were on the loch, I was like, it's loch, not lock. It's loch. That does drive me wild.
I know, you were spitting all over me during that episode. I had to move away to the other side of the room. So we are loving it. Next week is the last week. That's it, done.
I know. It's went quick, actually,
It's
this
gone very,
this
very
season.
quick.
It'll be very interesting to see who wins.
Yeah. Let's stop talking about Traitors. Why don't we leave it there, actually? We've just shot the breeze a little bit. We've chatted. Let's wrap it up and we'll get back to our normal programming next week, eh?
Sounds good.
As ever, thank you very much for tuning in to the Outlifting Lounge. Remember that special offer that's available. You can book in for a no obligation video consultation with one of us. Chat through what your goals are, what you want to achieve, and we'll let you know what we can do for you. If the service is the right fit for you, you can lock in that offer of 30% off our regular coaching price if you book your discovery call between now and the end of the month. That's January 2026.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, we have new episodes every Sunday, and you can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music.
And remember, if you want to get in touch with us about anything at all, you can email podcast@outlift.ing. You can reach us on the socials as well. We are on Instagram and TikTok, and the user handle is the same on both. It is @outlift.ing.
But that's us for another week. So thank you so much for tuning in. But for now, over and outlifting.